All right, everybody, what is up? Welcome to another episode of the Can-Am Connection with host Mr. Ryan Espy, Nathan Williamson, and a special guest with us, Miss Jocelyn Brisson. Welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
Before we get started, Nathan, quick
Yes.
shout out. What shirt you rocking right now?
So when she was in Singapore doing the arm wrestling out there with Eastside Arm Wrestling, Greg Yo, he sent a shirt back for me. So appreciate you, Greg. Everybody check out Eastside Arm Wrestling on YouTube and subscribe. He's doing some great things out in that area. So,
And I'm supporting Sydney Spartans Arm Wrestling Club out in Sydney, Australia, courtesy of Mario Timbuckus. Thank you very much. You know, I'm rocking. I actually wore it at Washington State this past December, so I thought I'd go ahead and give him a shout out. So, Mario, there you are. We got Macho Man. We got Dan the Nightmare. Everybody's in the house. Yes, Clifton Erickson, Ryan Boussier. Yes, Macho Man, Bob Anderson. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. So, goddamn, what should we talk about? Well, let's go ahead and start with this. Nathan, you're on location. Where are you at right now?
I'm up in Canada. I'm up here because we're doing, next Saturday we'll be down south doing Joe Gould's Arm Melter tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So looking forward to that. So everybody that's going to be there, I'll see you there. Yeah, I'm not competing because I'm still very injured on the right, but reffing.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly reffing. So we'll see.
Reffing. Will that be a topic today? Maybe
I don't
not.
know about that one. I don't know if we want to touch that one.
We're just not serious enough for it.
It's time to get serious.
Josh, welcome back to North America. I know you're on your 12-week excursion. You're going everywhere. You were in Australia not too long, or were you in New Zealand not too long ago, were you?
No, I was in Australia, actually.
So how was it?
Well, I think I made a mistake, and I didn't realize that the kids were off for like a month in January. So it was super busy everywhere I went, very touristy, and I enjoyed the weather. It was nice and hot. In some places too hot, too humid, but I'm not going to complain now that we're in like, I don't even know how many feet of snow, but like everything's canceled here today. Roads are blocked. Nobody can go on the highway anywhere. So
welcome home.
Yeah, exactly.
Espy, how you doing, man? How was your weekend?
Canadians appreciate vacations more than anyone else in the world.
Yes, we do.
Well, you know, on that note, I hate to break it to you, Ryan, Josh, I'm so sorry, but once again, USA beats Canada head-to-head in another sport.
The what
are we talking about?
Besides the World's Baseball Classic, Team USA just won the para hockey at the Paralympics. So, which was cool.
Yeah, Victoria's sitting next to me, and she just said we have to let you guys win sometimes, or you get all pissy.
Good morning, Victoria.
Wow.
Morning.
Man, she's throwing shade already this morning. What the hell?
Man, it's Monday Madness, you know. So we had some events that took place over the weekend. We had Arkansas State.
Yeah.
You know, that took place over the weekend. Another tournament happened over the weekend. I can't remember what it was. But there was a tournament that took place in Las Vegas over the weekend. North America Championships 2.0.
I think it's like 6.7 or something at this point. Jesus.
Well, I mean, but when I say that, it's not a disrespect. It's because we have two of them. So it's like, okay, last weekend was the one in Ottawa. This past weekend was the one in Las Vegas. Now, you know, if you want to compare, what are your thoughts about that as far as the event goes, comparing everything?
Well, here's the kicker, right? You can't really say it's a North American championship, the one that took place in Vegas, if it was open to anybody in the world. Because, like, a North American is going to be only open to North American countries and territories.
Are you referring to athletes in Brazil?
Well, not that. Not only that, I mean, you had
your referees as well. You had Judy from Poland, so she is not North American.
Yeah, you had a lot of people that weren't North American there competing. So could it really be deemed a North American championship if there are people competing that aren't from North America?
Good question.
I
Now,
can,
I
I
don't.
can tell you as a side note to that, there's plenty of United States championships that Canadians can go compete at.
And there were Canadians at that one.
But if you look at the North Americans that were up in Ottawa, the only competitors allowed were North Americans.
Yeah,
And that was
that
Costa
was a
Rica,
true WAF
Puerto
North
Rico.
American.
What's that?
That was a true WAF style North American championship.
100%.
Now, can we compare the two for a second? Presentation-wise, of the two, can we explain now that for the presentation? Like, what I saw in Ottawa, what I liked was everybody had their badge on, like you're at a World, right?
Mhm.
You got the badge on, you got the big screen, behind you and stuff, and it has the athletes who are at this table, the athletes at that table. You had all that kind of stuff, and I think this one over the weekend had it also. But if you won, then you show your badge, they scan it, cool. You're until you go to the next round. So I did like that. It kind of gave you a feel,
Well,
So
it was 100% precursor to what's taking place in Ottawa in 27 with WAF Worlds.
That's what you expect at Worlds. That's what happens.
Okay.
Same format. It's you scan your badge as soon as you win a match, and then you go off.
Yeah, it was a trial run to see how that venue and everything would work, which is smart to do. The one in Vegas, I mean, yeah, you might have had the screens and stuff, but I mean, I don't know. Like, they're still running this basic bracket system and stuff like, the Airs bracket system, which is a very good system. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like, I mean, it ran for a long time too. The one in Vegas did.
I don't know how many entries. I mean, they had more people by far entry-wise at Las Vegas. And then let's be honest. I mean, Ottawa, Las Vegas,
Oh yeah,
location-wise,
one's
I think
very
it's a
much
no-brainer.
destination. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I think that was a no-brainer. But I don't know the numbers. I haven't seen the results yet. I know I saw a few pictures. I saw Angie Rose won.
Yeah. I mean, some of the guys I trained with, Anthony Lowe, Danny Gillian, Robbie, they all went. And Anthony did well. He took second place, left hand 230. Danny only lost 2 matches all day, and one was to David Egian, and the other was to Ryan Ballesteros, and he gave Ryan a very, very good fight. So, I mean, like, to lose to those 2 guys in 209, not a bad day. And then he won 12 straight matches or something after that. Never dropped another round.
So Ryan
How did
Boussier, who
Robbie
was there. What's that?
How did Robbie do?
After dark.
Oh, see, Josh, you get to be a part of After Dark. Victoria, you get to be a part of After Dark. It's going to be nice. So, Ryan Boussier, who was there, great job, by the way. Congratulations on your performance. He said it wasn't Airs. Aries
Okay.
in
It was probably
Vegas.
the same system they used at IFA Worlds then.
Okay, because I was kind of curious who did what. I mean, honestly, I look forward to that kind of stuff when it's in Aries. I look forward to okay, how many entries you guys have, who was in what class, who
It's
beat
definitely
who.
going to make reporting it a lot more difficult because now you're relying on the promoter to put out the results and stuff like that. That is one thing I will say I love about Airs. Like, I don't really care about the ELO stuff so much, but I love the fact that the reports come out about the events and how many entries there was, who won, the weight classes, so on and so forth.
Right. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it was just. I mean, if you want to check it out, everybody, Utah Arm Wrestling was live with the event, so if you want to check it out, you can too. They got the live, 7-hour version. Well, once they cut it up, they'll chop it up into each class. Then you'll get the up close version because they got
that's
the
a long
cameras on the
tournament.
corner.
That's a long
Okay.
tournament. 7 hours plus is a long tournament.
I don't know. Well, they had 366 or something like that pre-registered or something.
Yeah, but running 4 tables, realistically, that's 400 entries, 450. Let's say 400 entries. Ottawa Open last year that I was a part of, we did 400.
We did 500.
Yeah, we did 500 in 4 hours
Damn.
on 4 tables.
The Arnold prelims, FYI, 11 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no. Why?
What?
But they were only using one
Well,
table.
because they went down to one table.
Unprofessional, by the way. if you got that many people, you got to have multiple tables.
Damn it.
Well,
You
they
know,
would have
that's-
if they would have fit on the stage.
Well, how big was the stage?
Not big enough for 2 tables.
My word. I don't want to go back there because I don't want to get your blood pressure
No.
all riled up while you're driving. So
Victoria may have to take over.
you might have to pull over and let Victoria drive because what I'm about to bring up now might get you all
Oh.
spiked up.
Hold on, before we go to
Let's
that,
do
can we go to
Oh.
what took place in the Oceania region?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and throw that out there. Ladies, if you're watching, Courtney Hike, I know you're in the chat. If you guys, ladies, are watching, check this out.
Congratulations to Nettie from Australia. She was Australia's number 1. She is now number 1 in Oceania by beating Ashley Hoeta right-handed. So she's number 1 on the right. Ashley did beat her left-handed, but huge shout out to Nettie, who's still very new,
Very new.
but very strong. And somebody over here helped her get that win. So
No way.
Yeah. Well, I had the chance to meet up with Nettie on New Year's Day, actually. Unfortunately, the Sydney Spartans were not able to host me or see me at all while I was there, but I was able to hook up with the Savage Hitters Club.
Talking about this team, Sydney Spartans?
Yeah, I didn't get to see them while I was in Australia. But I did get to see the Savage Hitters. I got to meet up with them twice, and I got to work with Nettie a little bit and just show her some stuff to improve her technique because she's only been in it for a year.
Right.
So there was definitely some things that she could work on, and she took what I had to say and put it into execution. So very proud of her.
Matt,
There you
we're
go.
gonna have to fight tonight. Dan Schwartz. Did you see what he said?
You know what,
What did he
Dan?
say?
We're going to get to your event over the weekend. It was pretty awesome, but I want to touch base on something.
He said Jocelyn just single-handedly improved the show's rating tenfold.
Probably.
Do you deny that?
Are you gonna argue with that, Nathan? It sounds like
No.
something you should probably just remain silent on.
So
I'm
the
gonna
next
drink my
topic
water.
next topic of discussion. Victoria, are you still there? Are you still with us?
She's still
You
here.
may need to pull the car over and take over in the wheel because what we're about to talk about now is that yet again the TAWF League has been postponed and got pushed back once again. Mr. SB, you want to let everybody know what's going on with that?
Yeah, we had a postponement. It was supposed to be March 28th. We're all waiting for flights and hotels to get booked. And then Jason let us know that he's going to push it back again. And we went for a June date, but it was conflicting with nationals. So we went to a July date, and then it was conflicting with something else. And now there is an August date that is also conflicting with one of Fraser's events because half the guys on the team that are booked for that first preseason game are committed to Fraser's event super matches. So I don't know what he's going to do.
Wow.
It's rough.
But you can't, I mean, I understand you don't want to run the event before you have the resources in place.
Mhm.
But at this point, maybe just postponing it indefinitely and letting us know when something is, solidified, because you can't plan for something that might happen and give up other opportunities. Because there's a lot of events that were happening, like even March 28th, like Winter Blast is on. That's something that a lot of people might have wanted to go to, but they
Right.
planned something different.
What was the date in August?
Oh, I don't remember what it was now.
Because Michigan State is also in August.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
boy.
It's going to be tough. If you don't book that thing a year in advance, and we kind of did, then you're going to conflict with something. It's going to be within a week or two of something else at this
It's-
point.
August 29th.
Oh man, that's a rough month.
So I don't know what's going to happen, but play it by ear, I guess.
I mean, like, how are you feeling about that? Because I know you're excited. There were some other people excited. And then all of a sudden, okay, because it originally was supposed to be last month, was it not?
Bunch of big old dogs.
Yeah, I
February.
believe it was supposed to be last month, but it just keeps getting pushed. And at this point, we just wait to hear something. And if we can do it, we can do it. If we can't, I guess we can't. It doesn't really
And-
bother me that much.
Well, like you said, there's also situations where, like, the original date was February, fine. Then it got pushed back to this month, where, like you just said, that hey, maybe some people wanted to go to Winter Blast, which they can now because hey, it got pushed back once again. But I don't know, being that that's in a couple weeks maybe.
Yes, it's not this weekend; it's next weekend. Winter Blasters.
Right. So it's kind of like okay, they probably can still make arrangements. Maybe not. I don't know, but I don't know. It's kind of rough when you're an athlete of that league and you put yourself out there and then something happens. It's like, oh, well, crap. I had all my eggs in this basket and now they're cracked. What do I do now? So that's unfortunate, but hopefully that situation will get resolved sooner rather than later.
Well, the team seems to be handling it in stride. So nobody seems to be super upset. They're all optimistic that it'll happen again. I'm hopeful, but there's lots of arm wrestling out there, so I don't think we need to worry too much about it.
Well, good. Speaking of which, Dan the Nightmare. All right, he had an event that took place in the New York area. Mac's first double elimination tournament went smoothly, and Brennan Elsesser showed up in a strong fashion. They also made an adorable kids Mac table. Cool. Was awesome to watch, in my opinion. So they also had an event there, and speaking of TAWF, at the time, before we all knew what was going on, that event right there that the Nightmare had also was like...
I don't think that was his event, was it? I think I was here in Canada.
Was it?
Yeah, it was...
Yeah, it's in Canada.
Yeah, it was Matt's event. Matt Oliver's event.
Oh, okay. Well then, sorry, Matt Oliver.
It's okay, Matt. I got you.
Yeah, because Dan's is in what, June?
Yeah, June.
Yeah.
My apologies. Yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah, it is. But Brennan Elsesser, I guess he showed up and showed out, looking very strong and stuff. So, did anybody see it? Was that live? I mean, did anybody see the event?
I've seen some highlights from it. I was in flight during it. I talked to Ian a little bit about it prior.
Right.
So I'm glad they're doing the double elimination stuff though. Like, I've never been the biggest fan of the no elimination stuff. It's not really my thing. I love the double elimination. Heck, Matt could even go to a triple elimination format with their setups and stuff like that, and it would still run very, very fast. So, yeah, I've seen some highlights, but I haven't seen the actual event yet.
Okay. So again, Matt Oliver, I'm sorry, but your boy, Nathan got your back. So
you gotta be nice to him, Matt.
Yeah, you gotta be nice for me today now. Or at Arm Melter.
See, Miss Courtney Hike says Brandon 30 minutes, 63 pulls, wasn't pinned once, even against the Giants. That's a long time.
That is a long time.
Just think about that. 63 pulls, right? It ain't just okay. I'm pulling once. Okay, fine. I'm gonna shake it off, get back to the table. Stretch. It's like boom, 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 boom. Right?
You know what it reminds me of? Remember those events Travis would do, where like it was first to, let's say, 15 wins takes the money or whatever it was.
We did one like that in Waxahachie one year.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's where the javelin was invented by Herman Stevens on Wayne Withers.
I was there for that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was cool because Wayne was just walking through everybody. Then all of a sudden, some of the guys got together and said, "How about we do this?" And then once you lose, you go back to the end of the line.
Yeah, and then Herman said, "Hold my beer. I'll take care of everything."
Right. I think Jonathan Breida actually ended up winning the whole thing on that. That 8. So yes, it was Rule of the Nation. That's exactly what it was. Yes. That was. What was cool about that? Because you ran a tournament. There was only 3 weight classes. That's your typical Beijing tournament. 3 weight classes, right? So, of course, the 211 pounds and over was one class. Oh, they jumped off. Okay, must have a phone call. So,
what happened?
I guess they got off or they got a phone call or something. So anyway, the Rule of the Nation. What made that cool is they're back. All right.
Yeah,
so
I got a phone call. Sorry.
Don't they know we on the show right now?
I don't know. They suck. It's damn spam callers.
So the Rule of the Nation, what made it so cool? So check this out. There were 25 guys, I think. 25 guys in my class that I was in, right? You ran the tournament. The top 8 goes to the money class. Okay. And that's what went to the main stage. That's where you saw, Wayne and Herman Stevens.
We can't
The
hear you.
remaining
Roger.
17, now they got reshuffled. What is going on today? Is everybody okay today?
I'm gonna refresh.
Okay. Oh. Wow, this is wow. We don't do take twos today, man. So anyway,
Phone call screwed everything up. That's good now.
so 25 people, top 8 go to the main stage for the money class. The remaining 17 people got reshuffled and pulled a double elimination tournament. So that was pretty fun, actually. So yeah, but
They're
however
very
many
similar.
pins, yeah, it's kind of similar to that. It was fun, but you woke up the next morning going, wow. So yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, mistakes were made at those.
Oh yes, Courtney says we gave him no breaks at all, the way it should be. Matt says if you want to watch live until the end, Matt pins him after the fact twice. So it was $10 to end. Man, what is everybody's just?
I can hear you fine.
No, it's just now we got
Hear me
2
now?
lined up on the show. I'm gonna remove this one
From different angles.
Yeah, like man. So it was $10 to enter. We made the lineup, and I'll
killed
put
the
as many
one that
times
I
as you
could
want.
actually hear.
I like that.
Yeah.
$10.
same.
$10.
Yeah, now we can't hear you, Jody, by killing that one.
You can't hear me?
You killed it.
I didn't do that though. Man, what is going on today? Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Camp Connection. I'm your host, Jody Williams, and can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Ryan keeps whenever you kicked Ryan off that time, it messed everything up.
I didn't touch that one.
Oh.
But nonetheless,
Can you hear me?
Yes.
yes, you can.
All right, that's better.
Okay, nobody touch anything.
So $10 to enter. How do you feel about that? I'd like to know, people in the chat, how many people were involved in that, what do you call that? Is that it's not king of the table, it's not round robin. What do you call that format?
I don't know.
I'd like to know how many people were
It's kind of
involved.
like a no. It's kind of like a no elimination, right?
Yeah, so Matt or Courtney, if one of you guys can let us know how many people total were in that. I mean, $10. I'll put $10 in there because you get to pull as many times as you want if you win, But still, I'd do something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
Yeah. So what we got coming up? Oh yes, it's called Last Man Standing.
Yeah, this weekend, Jody.
Yes,
I believe we got something in Kansas City that you're a part of.
the Fallen Heroes, what they call it, 10. So we're all going to sit there and support Bo Olsen. He's going through he's fighting for his life with cancer, so he's doing that. So I'm going to
We
go
got
support
2
him.
of you guys in matches, not
Yeah.
just you. We also have Senor Timothy, who isn't here today.
I don't know where he's at.
He's pulling John Terrian
Yes.
as a
How do you
last
feel
minute.
about that, Josh?
Who, me?
You.
I think good on Tim for taking the match because it's always hard to be somebody who steps in last minute and who hasn't had the time to prep for somebody as long as John has known that this match is happening, right?
Right. What do you think, Mr. SB, John Therian, and our co-host Tim Talmadge?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Tim is kind of on a rise though, so I'm not going to say it's going to be not winnable for Tim. I think it's a good match.
I think it's a hard match for both.
Yeah.
I don't see flash pins either way. I could see it being a war because John will pull without his hand and just keep hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. But I mean, we can't count John either out at all because look what he did with Merlot that first round of that event that took place in Utah. He was pinning Merlot and fouled, but he pinned him. So it's not like, I mean, John's right there in the 198 class. So it'll be very interesting. It's going to be interesting.
I got a question for you three and everyone in the chat. So I'm sure at some point in time you may or may not have done this, but I want you guys' opinions. So when you prepare for somebody, right, for a match and you train specifically for that person, and then a cancellation happens due to injury or whatever, some things that were, they couldn't control, and now they bring in another opponent. But now what you trained for may not work for this newest opponent. What do you do? What goes through your mind? How do you handle that? Who wants to go first?
Nothing.
If I could touch on it a little bit. I mean, there's no change. You still train all things. It's weird, I think, when people use that reason for losing, that they got a different opponent and they were preparing for someone else. And we just saw that happen at East versus West. So I believe the comment was I was preparing for Levon and I got someone else. So I wasn't.
Oh, damn.
So I don't know, man. I think you just got to be ready for everything. It's not like you stop training your fundamentals and your A moves because you got someone else. It's or you're specifically training for one person.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Nothing changes. Like, you're still gonna do all the training in the world. Like let's use her match versus Anna, for example. Like, the program that I built for it was, okay, yes, we're going to hit this a little bit more than we typically would because of the way Anna pulls, but we still focused everything. We still made sure we were working our back pressure, our side pressure, pronation, supination, our hand and wrist, our cupping. Like, we just changed the technique that we were going to approach the match with slightly differently. Like, training wise, nothing was different.
I think it's more, for me, the reason that I said what I said is the person who's coming into the match, not the person who was already in the match. It's the person who's coming in, does not have the time frame that the other, like, obviously they've been training,
Right.
and they wouldn't have accepted the match if they didn't think that they could, because at the end of the day, no matter what anybody thinks, especially non-arm wrestlers have to agree to a match. Nobody can force you to arm wrestle somebody else.
Right.
So at the end of the day, for me, the person at the disadvantage is the one who's stepping in to replace the match,
Doing a podcast.
kind of thing, right?
I agree with that. In this particular case, though, I think Tim is ready at all times and has been recently very active.
Okay.
So I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Yes, I have an opinion on that. Then we got some comments regarding that. There's some good ones. I would say, for that reason,
How to move his truck.
I've done a little different approach now when it comes to super matches. If I spend too much time on my opponent and what they do, then all of a sudden I ignore what I do normally. That makes sense, So I gotta still do what I gotta do. That's just me, Macho Man says you come in with at least 3 plans of attack, and 1 backup plan. That's pretty simple right there, right? Courtney says no change. I feel that you mainly prepare for your own weaker lanes, anyways, and your other lanes should be good to go, right? I agree with that too. Dan the Nightmare says, personally, I don't like it. Kind of derails me, but I'm still fairly new to this, so my opinion carries less weight, honestly. But no, there's no wrong answer, by the way. There's no wrong answer, just so we're clear. Clifton, I got a question for you after these comments. For me, nothing really changes. I may add some pressures in for a specific person to train, but I'm always training my normal stuff no matter what. So out of nowhere, competitor gets changed. Clifton, question. We kind of chatted about this last week. And Ryan, you kind of alluded this, and Johnson, we're going to fill you in too. So at the Montana Armbender, Clifton Erickson, and trust me when I say this, talking to Clifton leading up to his match with Jordan Seal, okay? So it went like this. They had a match right-handed, not a big deal. Jordan won the first one out of the straps, hand control, which I thought he would anyway. But if the match got into the strap, I think that's where Clifton would excel, and he did, and Jordan got injured, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So now all of a sudden, Jordan didn't finish the match. He got injured. Hey, forfeit, whatever, that kind of thing. Clifton got the win. Then we find out the following weekend, Jordan pulls right hand, walks through everybody. Then the weekend after that, pulls right hand, pretty much walks through everybody. So now the question is, and I want y'all's opinion. Do you think that tarnishes Clifton's win? Espy, what do you think?
No, I think it actually builds it.
What do you think, Josh?
I think kind of the same. Like you put your arm on the table, so.
Because I mean, talking with, I hate to, because me and Clifton were talking, and he asked me. I said, you know what? I don't think it derails you, but at the same time, from a competitive standpoint, I have a big question mark going. Wait a minute, you didn't pull because you got hurt, but yet you pulled the following 2 weekends in a row and competed on that same arm you quote unquote got injured to, and you did just fine. And so as a competitor, I'm looking back like, what the fuck? Do you want to run it back or what? I don't know. But as a competitor, that would probably bother me. That's just me. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird, but Clifton's the stud. He'll be back. I mean, it's been announced he'll be back for the 2027 Montana Armbender. So congratulations to him on that. But you want to hear
his third year in a row, right?
I think so. Clifton, this is year number 3 for you. Let us know. Here's something funny. So this weekend, Kansas City, I'll be there. Of course, Fallen Heroes. And I got the young stud himself, all 6'3" of them, 260 maybe. He might be 242 then, because I think he's pulling Troy Brown on the right hand. I think that might be a rankings match. Our match is just a exhibition. Have fun with it. Yes, 4 years in a row. All right, thank you, Clifton. Here's something funny. How are y'all with mind games? Honest question. In the chat, respond. SB, Jocelyn, respond. How are you two with mind games? Because people like to play them a lot. How do you accept that if you do?
Well, up to me. If they want to play mind games, I just target the weak spot or an insecure spot, right? Like, so with my match with Gabriella, she straight up said after the match that I got into her head at one point. Might not have won the match. Don't really care, because nobody expected me to win that match. I didn't expect to win that match. But I managed to get into her head, so I feel like that's a win.
Yeah. Next time around, different story. Take it down. Take it down.
Hey,
next time around.
At the end of the day, with the lack of time that I've been in this sport, I think I did pretty good for what I was given last year.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get any easy matches. Like, any of these people who are just starting into East versus West are not being given Gabriella. They're not being given Barbora. They're not being given Egla.
Yeah, they gave you everybody. It was like, damn, But here's the thing. I think going that route has made you mentally tougher. If I don't want to speak for you, but
there's a lot of things that have made me mentally tougher.
Right. I mean, okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Then we'll have SB answer that question. So, in doing so, like you just said, I mean, they put you. You know what? Forget about sticking your toe in the water. We just gonna dump you in the ocean, in swim. And I think by you doing that, you had to endure so much, all the negativity, all the disrespect from the refs, and all that kind of stuff. I think it's made you stronger and tougher mentally, because the strength's always going to be there. I think now, knowing what you know now, how to approach all that kind of stuff, the next time you hop on that table, boy, somebody's in trouble. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it kind of got fast tracked for me. Whatever people's opinions are on it, because I've seen the absolute best of the arm wrestling community and I've seen the absolute worst of it. And so for me, I'm just kind of like, if I vibe with you, I vibe. And if I don't, I don't. But at the end of the day, I also know, and I'm learning, like, there's still things that are not perfect, but learning how to navigate the terrain that is arm wrestling, because it is political, right? And I'm not even just talking IFA and WAF. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about different promoters. I'm talking about, like, for example, there are promoters that I will never work with again.
Oh, you too, huh?
Never again. There are promoters I refuse especially when it comes to like sexual harassment. There are promoters that I will never work with again. And
Well, sounds like After Dark special right there.
exactly. So
I'm in the
anyways,
same
at the end
boat.
of the day, it's like being a woman in this sport comes with its own it comes with its own bag of tricks, honestly.
I agree. SB, how do you deal with people playing mind games on you going into matches, super matches or whatnot?
It's pretty interesting because I think in the last few years I've probably, not taken any matches with people that I just don't really care for or don't want to be on the table with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's, I have experienced the worst of that, and I won't get into it too much, but it kind of pushed me to a point where I just won't engage anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a tricky thing, and I'm kind of over it. If you know what I mean. It's
Yes.
not a path I really want to go down too far, but I've had some pretty awful experiences that branched out into different aspects of my life that have nothing to do with and never should have anything to do with arm wrestling, but they did, and it took me to a point I think where I just am not motivated to take matches with certain people or engage with certain people or even be in a room with certain people. And as far as the sport is directly concerned, if you talk shit to each other, that's fine. I don't care. But in the last few years, I've seen guys take it way, way too far, and I just don't want to be involved with that.
Hey, I understand. Here's a perfect comment. Miguel Armwrestle says, mind games can be entertaining when it's both athletes. That's the key. Both athletes. One-sided battling and attempted trash talk is useless. So if you have an opponent who doesn't engage in that, then you look kind of foolish, So here's a mind game. So going into my match with Easton McCormick, right, the young stud, his dad this twice now sent me photos of Easton's he's looking big, he's looking strong. Are you ready for this? And the latest photo I got of him, he's doing the double bicep and that kind of thing. And you know what?
He has his
strong.
dad doing that.
Yeah, his dad was doing that.
That almost sounds
that
like
one's
that almost
interesting to
sounds
me.
like somebody going to like the principal to be like, I don't know, that scenario where the parent is going to like the principal to talk about what the kid should be talking about.
And I know he means well. I mean, Easton's been in the sport for 3 years now, maybe 4, something like that. So he's still fairly young, but his dad is doing this. And like I said, as far as the match goes, I think his dad wanted the match for Easton more than Easton did. That's how I look at it. But
speak for himself though. Like at the end of the day, you're the athlete and nobody speaks for me. Right? When I come onto a podcast or anything else, like Nathan doesn't speak for me. I speak for me.
Say that one more time because some people still think that he's speaking for you. Say that one more time, Jocelyn. Say it.
Okay. Nathan does not speak for me. I speak for me. On any podcast that I have ever been on, Nathan does not take over for me. Nathan does not explain for me. Nathan does not keep my schedule because I actually just surprised him with an event that I want to go do in June. And, again, that's on me, right? And so even like there's been certain things where I don't like the way that some things are coming off based because it looks bad on me, and we've had that conversation. But at the end of the day, it's the athlete that needs to set the boundary and needs to speak up about what they want for their image and what they don't want.
Right. Perfectly said. Check this out. Shaky the Wolf 2 says his parents, talking about Easton, his parents are his biggest fans. They want him to succeed so bad. I had his money 2 years ago, reached out to me for a match for him. So when I say this, I want people to understand this, and please don't take out of context, although probably somebody will, but it's nothing against Easton at all. He's a nice young kid. I think once he gets everything like that, he's going to be killing people on the table. So you heard it here first. But it seems like, and I don't know Easton personally. This will be the first time I've met him in person. This will be the first time I've meeting his dad, Ashley, in person. So but I know he's the biggest supporter that Easton has, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think at times though, if you watch his Montana Armbender match with Chuck Young, it seemed like his dad was always in the camera. Like, there's a time and a place. Like, okay, just remember that your son's in the match, not you. And I don't want to take anything from him. You know what I mean?
Does his dad arm wrestle at all, or is he like in the community really at all?
No.
Okay. Because I was like, is it one of those things where the person who trains with them wants the limelight, because that's something that's rampant in the sport as well?
I'm hoping that's not the case, but yeah, we all been in matches before where athletes on the table. This became the J&J session because Jocelyn and Jody are only ones on here now, so it became the J&J session.
I'm coming.
I'm just on audio.
Okay.
I had to move a car
Okay.
that was stuck in ice and snow.
Oh, good. There you go. So I'm hoping, Jocelyn, that's not the case, but if you go to any of his matches and come on, Easton, not a problem. But it just seems like when there's a camera there, he always has to make sure that he's in the camera. Like
his dad's doing this behind the camera and where the camera can see him and everything else.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. See, he knows what I'm talking about right off the bat. So, but again, I mean, this is not attacking Easton. So like I said, I don't want people taking that going, hey, you know what he said about you? It's not what I'm saying. I just think
my thing is like here's a great example. Like when yes, I corner Joss, I build her programming, I coach Joss. Never once do you hear me going and speaking for her or on her behalf or anything like that. It's not my job. She's the athlete. I'm not.
Yeah, we covered that.
Okay, well, just
yeah,
use her
she
for
made that crystal clear. I even had her repeat her statement just so we're all on the same page with that.
Yeah.
I've never heard this term before. Helicopter parent. Never heard of that.
Never heard of that before?
Oh, I've heard of it.
I've never heard of that before. What does that mean? Explain that one.
It means like, so let's say your kid is playing on a jungle gym and you're literally following them everywhere.
Somebody who tries to bubble wrap their child.
You can't let them get out of like a 10-foot radius without you being following them, basically.
Damn, I've never heard of that before.
The parent that's sitting there and as soon as they see their kid get ready to put some dirt in their mouth because dirt's so bad for you compared to all the other processed crap we eat, and you're walking over going, that's dirty, don't. Well, let the kid eat dirt, build the immune system.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. And like I said, I'm looking forward to it.
Why are you laughing, Ryan? You know it's true.
Yeah, I do know it's true.
Well, here's the thing. So I know when I go there, all I'm gonna hear is, "Come on, Easton, you got it, Easton." Look who decided to show up. What's up, Holmes?
It's like the after pull king. Like he just shows up in the last 15 minutes.
Right. You guys ready? You guys ready?
So we're touching base on the Fallen Heroes. And we'll get to your match too, Tim. I was telling them how Easton's dad keeps sending me photos of Easton. He's doing the double bicep and things like that. And are you ready for this?
I'm sorry, that's creepy. I mean, I don't want a man sending me another man, let alone pictures of his son, photos of him flexing. I mean, people could take that the wrong way real fast.
It's also a little weird because you could actually be setting this kid up for something he doesn't want. Like now, it could have a backfiring effect where Jody comes in extra motivated and just crushes this kid.
Brian Boussier says, I would say Easton's dad is doubling as his manager and hype guy. That's probably accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they thought the same thing about when he was going to pull Jordan Sill, and Jordan Sill just, yeah,
ran right through him. It's like, okay. But see, the thing is, here's the thing though, and this is where it looks kind of shady or a little like makes you want to turn your head at his dad, because when Jordan beat Easton 3-0, dad was never in the picture. He kind of just sat back, went Homer Simpson in the bushes, kind of like that. You know what I mean? So
that's a good analogy.
You know what I mean? You got to be there for both. But Tim, now you're on the show. How do you feel about your match with Artem coming up this weekend?
John Terrian.
Sorry, yeah. I was looking at Artem because today's his birthday, so I kind of went, on a happy birthday to him. So sorry, John Therian. Yes.
We'll see. I just did my last and I guess only training was last night. I mean, I haven't been to the gym since yesterday. I pulled 2 weeks in a row. With this last weekend was the only weekend off. I'm just giving my all. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I said, his guy got injured, had to back out. He didn't really have a match. I said, fuck it. I'm going to be there for Bo anyways and Jody. So I might as well just have some fun. So we'll see what happens.
I don't think I've seen you in a tank top ever.
Man, it's starting to get hot here. And I'm
Go to hell.
We just got like 40 centimeters of snow.
what's crazy is I was sitting here last night after training and I was like, yeah, it's supposed to be hot there this weekend. And my buddy Luke's like, no, it's snowing. I'm like, what? So I look it up and last night it was like 24 degrees, felt like 10, dumping snow. On Friday, it's going to be 85.
Yeah, Missouri's weird. That's typical Missouri weather, trust me.
Yes. So it's been a long time since I've been out there when it's been warm. So who knows? That could benefit me.
So what you weighing in at these days?
So yesterday I was like 204 and a half. So not bad.
Hey, Tim, I have a question for you.
What's that?
Are you serious?
About what?
Anything to do with arm wrestling? Because
because are you
I
serious?
I think
You weren't
anyone
at
on
North
this show is
American.
serious.
I don't think you were serious. Tim, don't you have a soapbox?
Oh my god. I don't know if I have the energy for a soapbox.
Take a shot of coffee.
Protein shake.
Hit a Zen.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like,
Throw in a little lip dinger and let's go.
Well, I used the example earlier, right? Like Ottawa, we had close to 500 entries and did it in under right around 4 hours on 4 tables.
yeah, it's about right. Yeah, I mean, let's see, Washington State a year and a half ago had 416 entries, 3 tables, like a little under 5 hours of runtime.
You guys see
But
that?
for all that to work,
I got it
and
going.
let me ask something. Before all that to work, you got to have everything lined up. You got to have the perfect bracketeers. You got to have the perfect referees to boom, 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 get stuff going.
Yeah.
You got to have all that.
No pun intended. Boom, boom.
Oh shit! I'm a firm believer in let's use Quebec provincials, right? That is the smoothest event I have personally ever seen ran. And I'm not trying to discredit anybody, and I'm just because I've been to a lot of events. The reason it's so fluid and so smooth is because Marc-Andre has, they run 4 tables, and you're talking an event that has 700 plus entries
over 2 days.
Yeah, and they'll have a bracketeer for every table. Like your job is that table with these, let's say 3 classes, and there's never a hiccup. It's so fluid, it's so smooth. Like it's just like the more bracketeers you can have, and I know Tim, you use multiple at your event, which makes it run smoother. But you go to a lot of these events, they're using one bracket person, and they're trying to run 4 tables at once, and there's very few people that are capable of doing that.
Yeah, I mean, we will run just one, either Corey or my wife, with 3 tables. We only run 3 tables though. We have actually ran 4 tables, and it took less time than it did running 3 tables, just because of how our, coming from, I don't know, a normal tournament, I'll say, where, we have 36 classes, not 400 classes. Still, they're actually pretty big classes. Yeah. And they're actually a lot of fun and a lot of talent. So running 4 tables sometimes is not even beneficial. It actually will hurt your runtime. How you have to sometimes wait for other people on other tables and stuff like that.
Well, that's what I was getting. The reason I was going to, I guess, to preface that, Marc-Andre only allows you to pull 1 weight class. Now you can pull seniors and masters and juniors and senior, but you can't run. You're not pulling 3 weight classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
way at the Ottawa Open. You can pull your junior and senior. You can pull the senior and master, but you're not pulling 2 weight classes because it does obstruct the flow of.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how you do it, really. Like ours is like we never have a class that pulls next to another class, right?
Yes,
So,
but
like,
I'm saying for the general tournament that's ran.
Because the thing is what pullers don't like. I've had pullers have the misunderstanding that they're allowed a minute when it's like different weight classes, and I'm like, no, you're here or your 10 seconds is up and you're out.
yeah, I mean, when
So why are you not like if your weight class is at the table? Why are you not by the stage instead of fucking
Well,
around?
we're not saying that though. So like a lot of times, what you'll run into is, let's say you're pulling 198, 220. So you're on a 198 class on this table.
Yeah.
You pull your match, and then they're waiting on you at the 220 table because you're in 2 classes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if you, let's say you're pulling 98, 220, and then you had a match and you're not, but you're on deck for the next match for 220, you don't get a break if your match comes up. You're not warranted that.
Nope.
Because it's a different class. Now, if it was the same weight class, you'd be warranted your minute, your 60 or 90 seconds. But
Right.
you get nothing. You turn around, you get on the table, and you pull your next match.
I had somebody at the Ottawa Capital Fair 2 years ago try that, and their wife was yelling from the crowd, "Oh, you take your minute, sweetheart." And I'm like, "No, you're not entitled to a minute. You're here or you're out."
yeah,
Like,
That's the benefits of. Well, I wouldn't say benefit. Those are the. What's the word I'm looking for?
The pros and
Oh.
cons of multiple classing.
Pros and cons of pulling that. You agree, SB?
Yeah, no, I agree. The only loophole is that you get 60 seconds to get to the table, so you can kind of manipulate it a little bit just by taking your time with your little rest, but you're not given 60 seconds. And there is a scenario where you end up getting called for both tables at the same time.
Yep.
We know that. I've seen that at my event before, and it's like, well, you can't complain, enter all these classes, but then if things go this way, all of a sudden now, we do tables, you're pulling on one, and they're calling you for that one, and it's like, okay.
Well, that was happening. That I saw that quite a bit at Sean's event in Vegas. Like this person is on this table, but they're waiting on this table for the same person.
How many tables did they run? 3 or 4?
4.
Okay.
But it's still, like I said, it just flows down. It slows down the flow. So if you're doing like 2 weight classes, I guess for them it's 230, 250. Like if you're doing a 230 class and a 250 class and running them simultaneously, then there's a very good chance that somebody's going to be pulling in both of those.
Well, look at what Ryan Boussier says. I pull a ton of classes, usually, and have definitely found myself stuck on stage, bouncing from table to table with no breaks. Now,
yeah,
but that
does happen. I mean, it does happen. So, I want to pull multiple classes because you want to get that experience. You want to go ahead, especially if you travel from a far distance.
Yeah.
I'm already here. I might as well go ahead and see how many times I can, get some good pulls in. But also, you may or may not run that risk of like going, okay, well, guess what?
As long as you know that going into it, right? That's the thing. Like, for the person in question that was at the Ottawa Capital Fair, it was like, you need to understand the rules, and the rules state that you don't get a break if you're jumping between classes. If you're in the same class, sure. If it's back-to-back matches, but if it's 2 different classes back-to-back, you get nothing, bud.
Yes.
I still want to say that Ryan Boussier and his wife are 2 phenomenal human beings, especially after what took place in Colorado with that arm break. So, again, anytime I can give those 2 a shout out, I will, because they were phenomenal.
So we had no injuries this weekend, correct?
Do what?
We didn't have any injuries this weekend, correct?
I have no clue, if I'm being completely honest. Honestly, I was traveling, so I didn't even watch the event. So I'm going based on what Anthony and Danny told me, but like how they did and stuff. And then if I had 10 minutes here to try to sit down and watch some, I would watch some about how the event was going. I saw the ref seminar, and I saw there were like 3 people tuning into it. So So, yeah.
Ah,
I don't know.
I
I was
wa-
in the air.
Yeah, I watched the class I wanted to watch, and then
What's the 210 class?
yep,
Yeah, didn't David Egian win that one?
yeah,
No. I know
what you think about that class?
he beat Danny, and then Danny had a pretty good war with Ryan Ballesteros.
yeah. I mean, it was a good class. It was a good class. I oh
Great
Oh.
news. Nobody got injured. So
yeah.
the MAC event with Massador, no one got injured. North America, no one got injured. I don't believe
I mean,
no
I
one
don't
got
know how
injured
many
at
others.
Arkansas State.
Yeah, I don't know how many small tournaments were taking place there or throughout North America at that time, so we don't know all of them. I do
Yeah.
know that a guy that comes out and trains with everyone, Isaiah Martinez, dude's
Yes.
a beast left-handed, had some death matches at Arkansas State, ended up coming in second to Jeremy Parker. So shout out to him for sure.
Is he a super?
Yeah, actually, he's a 242 guy, but he pulls supers because he's nasty left-handed,
Really?
very
Nice.
nasty.
Nice.
Yeah, it looked like a good tournament. Anthony Lowe and Danny called me up last night. They're
Arizona State.
they're going to be coming out to Arizona State. There's a lot of people. Hopefully, that flyer will be done today. Contract signed. It's going to be fun, and just because of over the weekend of somebody in Vegas, I might have added one more super match just so we could see where this guy really is from what everybody says he really is.
Can you speak on that now or no?
Yeah, but sure. I mean, I won't say who against who, but we'll see. We're gonna see how strong Josh Ellington really is.
Dude, he looked great against Arson.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, he kind of ran over Arson.
there's a guy that beat Arson, and we're gonna see how it really turns out.
I know who it is.
So
Damn, already?
Yeah, I don't even need. Yeah, I know who it is.
uh,
He's Jody. I
You
know.
call yourself a fan of arm wrestling?
Wow.
I don't know either.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure he thinks he knows who it is, but he's probably one off.
It's one of two.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So
Now, I'll be at Arizona State, and I just need to ask, just for my own personal thing, because I've been to your events in the past, and you ran them differently over the years too. So I have to ask: there was one time you had super matches in the morning, tournament at night, or I'm sorry, tournament later in the day. Sometimes you've had super matches at the end of the tournament. Sometimes you've had super matches the night before. So what are we expecting on June 6th?
yeah, so June 6th, it's gonna just kind of be like a little bit like Washington. We're gonna start a little earlier. And we're gonna do the super matches at night. If you remember back when Corey Miller pulled Giannis, we kind of had like a little red carpet thing.
Yes.
That's what it's gonna be. Everybody's gonna leave for a couple hours, go get dressed up, come back. There'll be a little cocktail hour. Everybody be hanging out, having some drinks, and then we'll open up the doors, and it'll be a full-blown production for a night show. And then right following that, it'll be a nice after polls and drinks and everything's open. So we'll have about 2 or 3 hour after poll session.
Do I need to wear my cowboy hat?
Yeah, and then Sunday comes to the 9 to 5 pool party, barbecue, cabanas, DJs, all that all day long with a bunch of content. There'll be like 6 cameras set up for content, polling in the cabanas all day.
Nice.
That's where you'll find the Armenians. They get in the pool to dip in to like cool off, and then they go arm wrestle for another 2 hours. They just don't stop.
That's how you get good, though, right?
Yeah, so it'll be fun.
Already toasted arm wrestling on Sunday.
Yeah, they don't stop. It's pretty impressive.
I wish I could do that. Man.
Yeah, I can't do that.
We're getting old, man. We're getting old.
I could before my elbow went pop.
Well, I mean, and for you just got to be smart about it. But
yeah.
and the thing is, you can still do things in your condition.
yeah.
It's just, you know.
Yeah, 100%. So like, I'll give you an idea. So like, 2 weeks ago, like I couldn't move my elbow outside my hand outside my shoulder without pain. I can literally force it all the way out here now with no pain. So feeling
So
fast.
we're getting better now.
Oh yeah, I'm taking working with some people and getting some good stuff done. So it's moving fast.
SB, you still on the phone?
Yeah, I'm still here, buddy.
He's
Okay,
ready
I
for
didn't know.
after dark.
I didn't know if Victoria took over the wheel or not. So, but hey, let's get to the After Dark. Everybody, thanks for joining us today. We're about to go do After Dark. So once again, if you want to know what goes on, make sure you PayPal Jocelyn $557.24 American money, and you will know all the latest and greatest. So from SB, Thomas, Williamson,
Thank you.
Miss Jocelyn, and your boy, thanks for watching the show. Tim and I will represent the Canham Connection this weekend at Kansas City. We have 2 big matches coming up, and next Monday we'll let you know the results and all that kind of good stuff. So
mine and Ryan's advice for you two is just don't suck.
Damn.
Solid advice. Yeah.
Wow. Everybody, enjoy your Monday. We'll see you guys next week.